Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I did a video about this when it was hot. It's probably cooled off because, well, I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball, and it's probably not trending, but I don't do it for the trending. I do it for the messaging. And on top of all that, when I recorded it, I forgot to turn the damn mic on, so that kind of zaps the motivation and the momentum, and then things come up and I get busy. But I'm circling back and doing this video. You got two instances of people that are racist in America that think the shit's funny. It says right here, a man apologized, deletes Facebook after backlash over racist post to a 9-year-old black girl selling candy. You're lucky we weren't home. Now the original post said, you're lucky we weren't at home to shot your ass, you dumb bitch, right? I don't think that type of language should be used to address children, but that's just me. But he since then has gone back to take the video down. We already got screenshots, sir, don't matter. And now he's copping pleas that he didn't mean it like that, and that's the despicableness that we got to deal with in America. We just got to live with people that are just scumbags that just say anything whether they mean it or not. I'd like to think that he meant it, because I'm a man of action. You don't say anything that you don't believe or you don't have conviction of. To say something like that about a little kid, like, he should have been locked up for terroristic threats. That's just me. That's where I'm at with it. I believe in free speech, but to disclose that you might harm a child, yeah, you got to get off the streets. You got to get set. You have to learn a lesson. Because while I don't have kids, I don't think that people should make comments about children. Children are innocent. They ain't done nothing to nobody, unless they the little kid from Child's Play, Andy, and Chucky trying to take over his soul. But that's another topic. What I will say is, I shouldn't make light of stuff like that about children. It's not funny. On no planet, no world where like children are the future. Well, at least I like to think they are. As they get older, it's starting to be wrong. But I like to give everybody a chance, like I was given. And yeah, that was despicable to say. Even if you felt that way, I would have never put that in black and white on social media for people to read. And then we got right here another racist person, or at the very least is a scumbag, because I don't know why you would hit a child in a car and then double back to pick up your mirror. That's just me though. It says, outrageous boy unalived by truck driver returned only to pick up his mirror. Somebody in the caption says, this precious 10-year-old boy was taken from his family while riding in his ATV by this man, Cody Rallison. There was no skid marks from Cody attempting to stop. He hit the baby and kept driving, only to return to pick up his mirror that was knocked off his truck. The man with Confederate flags hanging from his house lives a couple of houses down from Jordan Hill and his mother, and is free only after being booked for having weed in his truck. He faces 0 consequences for unaliving his baby and driving away, not even stopping to help call 911. Where's the news for this coverage? Spread awareness. Now, I'm not even going to question why the news didn't pick it up, right? Because they used to have a saying, if it bleeds, it leads. But I guess black life or selective stories are sensationalized. I remember vividly there was once upon a time where people actually talked about the news, and one person in particular I could applaud is Dan Rather. He reported on the most mundane shit, from the war in Kosovo and the Serbian conflict and Princess Diana to random stories like this. He would report on everything that touched his desk. Now, as of the last 10 years, it seems like we only want to report on, or they only want to report on celebrities, Black Lives Matter, or police shooting a minority. I don't know what happened to news. News isn't news. It's entertainment. It's media entertainment nowadays. They want to post the most salacious stuff to get views up so that they can get advertising and sponsors. But yeah, I believe this should have been reported on just the same way as if it was a drive-by in Chicago done by black people on black people. I don't like the fact that they just report on police brutality, and then you have jackasses coming about the woodworks talking about, oh, black lives only matters when a white cop shoots a black person. No, black lives matter all the way around, but it's the assholes that's in the media that don't like to report on things that should be noted in society. They pick and choose. They pick the most salacious stuff, and that's no undoing of ours. We're not the causation of that. That's Fox Media, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CNN, and any other news outlet that you could think of. Don't blame us. I tell people all the time when they be in my inbox, if I report on police brutality, I have people talking about, oh, does Black Lives Matter only when black people get killed by the police? Hey, bro, I don't do the reporting. I am not a journalist. I am a commentator. And even I don't even report on horrific stuff too often. You rarely see me post videos, one, about Black Lives Matter or police brutality, because if there is footage of it, it'll get flagged on YouTube, so then there's that. And I don't really like to push shit on Rumble. It ain't moving. I don't know what it is. Unless you reporting on Donald Trump, it seems like you can't get traction over there. But I digress. And on top of all that, I don't like to report on police brutality, period, because it's actually traumatic. It's traumatizing as me as a black man. I don't want to keep reliving. It was bad enough when I had to relive Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice or Eric Gardner or Sandra Bland or Philando Castile. The name list goes on and on. It takes a toll of your mental, so I don't even like to report on that. What I will say is that the ones that are reporters should be reporting on everything, especially if it's going viral. At this point, I don't even know why CNN or MSNBC or Fox News isn't actually consorting to social media. Nobody watches the television. They should be getting all these stories from social media, because that's a plethora of shit. They literally have like a fountain of content that they could actually be reporting on 24 hours a day. Why they're not is beyond me. But what do I know? I'm just a nigga from Ohio. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out.